Singapore English, bicycle.
Why is Singapore always cute?
We are different. We're creating wrong words.
The intonation of words is like taxi or taxi. Taxi. Finally something. Brazil, it's kind of common to use a lot of English words, but mostly when it comes to work environments or when we're talking about games. Things are getting like more often right now. Like we have more words coming into our daily use, but overall we use mostly Portuguese for everything.
I think same in Indonesia, especially the younger generation are starting to use more English in daily lives, or we just take some words but then speak Indonesian for the rest of the sentence. So it's very similar.
In Malaysia, we do have some like words that we borrow from English. Yeah, we do use quite a bit of English words in our daily life.
Yeah, in Singapore, the main language is English, but we have another like language called Singlish. So it's kind of like a mixture of the Chinese and Malay. So mainly it's like Singlish with like a little bit leftover Chinese words at the back. Yeah.
Ooh.
It's expression, but in word form.
That's so cool. I want to see that in practical later.
So in the Philippines, we use English in our daily lives. So from nursery, we use English. We have the national language, which is the Filipino or Tagalog. But every region in our country has their own language or dialect. So we use either Tagalog or English. But most of us just use English as well.
I have a question. Isn't Tagalog though regional as well, or literally everybody from the Philippines learn Tagalog?
So that is one of the national language, but there are some provinces or areas that don't speak Tagalog. So we use English in order for them to communicate.
In Vietnam, people tend to study English a lot now. The younger people tend to mix English and Vietnamese to make the conversation in daily life, radio and remote. Yeah. In Indonesia, we say motor.
It's like vroom vroom, like motor. Okay. In Brazil, we say moto.
In Malay specifically, we call it moto. That's R, but we don't pronounce the R. Or we call it motorbike.
In Singapore, we say moto or motorbike.
So in Vietnam, we also use moto or semi.
So in the Philippines, we say motor.
In Thailand, we say motorcycle.
In Myanmar, we call saike.
Saige. Oh, I think that's
We are different.
Where's motor?
We can call it long, it's like moto sanke.
So you take the back part, we take the front part. If it's moto without the R in Indonesian, it's like taking a photo moto.
So it was kind of shocking, I'm gonna lie. Hold a minute! Why are we similar?
Yeah, I think only Vietnamese has its own word.
In Brazil, we say bicicleta.
In Indonesia, we say sepeda.
In Malay, we call it basikal.
Singapore English, bicycle.
It's so cute!
Bicycle!
In Malaysia, in English, we call it bicycle.
So in Vietnam, we say xe đạp.
So in the Philippines, we call it bike or bicicleta.
In Thailand, we call จักรยาน
In Myanmar, we call sapeng. Sat is mean machine and bang is like wheel. Sapeng.
That could go for a car as well, though, if you think about the definition.
All things with machines and wheels.
Sepeda.
Xe đạp. I didn't know it was similar. If we switch the word like đạp xe, it means riding the bike.
I don't know if you can hear it, but for me, it sounds a little bit like English because it's speed, like spida, like something that's like speed. Because like when you said it, I was like, oh, it makes sense. So adorable. I didn't know that you guys would speak like that. Bicycle.
I can try yours. Singaporean is like very flat, so it's like bicycle.
I like it. In Brazil, we say ônibus.
In Indonesia, we say bus.
In Malaysia, we call it bus.
Singapore, we call it bus also.
So in Vietnam, we say xe buýt.
In the Philippines, we call it bus.
In Thailand, we call รถเมล์
Sounds like a food.
In Myanmar, we call pasaka. Stick together and baskar. Burmese accent is called pasaka.
They're mixing the wrong words. Hold on.
We're creating wrong words.
For those who sound like pretty much the same, is the spelling the same or you write it differently? How do you write it?
Spelling for Malay is B-A-S.
Oh, literally bus.
Bus.
Indonesian is the same, B-U-S.
Is it
B-I-S.
Oh, bis! Formal Indonesian, like the proper Indonesian is bis, B-I-S. But I think Like in daily conversations, you would pronounce it as bus. This is again proof that Indonesians don't speak proper Indonesian in daily life. Everyone also use say bus or say bit, yeah.
Or maybe the beat is like similar like Indonesian BIS, but they don't pronounce it behind the ending.
In Brazil, we say taxi.
In Indonesia, we say taxi.
In Malaysia, we call taxi.
In Singapore, we call cab or taxi.
In Vietnam, we say taxi.
In the Philippines, we say taxi.
In Thailand, we say taxi.
In Myanmar, we say takasi. We write in Burmese word takasi. Shortly, it's called tasi.
Our spelling is different though. We pronounce it the same.
How different are the spellings? You sound very American.
Taxi.
Sorry, I should make it like more Malaysian. It's like T-A-K-S-I. So it's taxi.
We are like T-E-K, taxi.
Oh, taxi with E. Actually, the X sound is the together with K and the S, so like I get it.
Spell the same?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same. Some of the countries, like although we say the same word, the pronunciation is like the intonation of words, is, like taxi or taxi. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's kind of cool, but at the same time, it kind of makes me a little bit afraid because if I go to your countries and I try to say it out, I'm like, taxi.
I'm not sure if it's okay, like because in Malaysia we speak Cantonese as well. Cantonese is like taxi.
Taxi.
The older generation, they will like taxi. Not like T-A-S-I. Like
That sounds adorable. That is just so cute.
taxi, come.
In Brazil, we say telefone.
In Indonesia, we say telepon.
In Malaysia, telephone.
In Singapore, we say telephone.
In Vietnam, we say điện thoại. It's a different word.
Really different.
In the Philippines, we say telephone, or in Tagalog, telepono.
In Thailand, we say Tholasap.
In Myanmar, we say telephone. But we call phone.
Is telepon correct or is it telephone?
I'm not sure where like the written, like the official.
Right? Because we don't say it properly. Oh, telepon. Oh, but KBBI also says telephone.
I'm pretty sure like they accept both. Why is Singapore always cute?
Telephone. We also say handphone.
In Brazil, we say sanduíche. In Indonesia, I think we say sandwich, or like maybe direct translation could be roti lapis.
Roti tumpuk.
Because lapis means layer.
Because I'm pretty sure throughout my life, I always call it sandwich. Lapis would be so weird for me because it sounds like pencil for us.
I'm curious about.
Yeah, I'm curious about Thailand.
In Malaysia, we generally use like English. We just say sandwich.
In Singapore, it's also similar. Sandwich.
So in Vietnam, we also use English, sandwich.
In the Philippines, we just say sandwich.
In Thailand, we say sandwich.
Finally, something.
In Myanmar, we call sandwich. We don't properly pronounce the ending word. But we also have Burmese. It's called atanya pamong. Bread with meat.
So the pang is like the French.
We also use bánh mì kẹp.
Yeah, bánh mì. Yeah, bánh mì kẹp. Yeah. Honestly, everybody sounded so similar this time. Like, to be very honest, my one was the most different. It was not even different.
I feel like because like we don't have sandwich as our own.
It's like we barely eat sandwich in our daily life.
Sandwich comes from another country, so we just adopt the name.
Is the spelling the same though for everybody? Like you write like sandwich in English?
We don't have a word for it, so that's why we just take it.
Whoa! We have a different spelling in Brazil. S-A-N-D-U-I-C-H-E.
Japanese. Japanese is like sandwich.
Sandwich, but we say sandwich. In Brazil, we say café.
In Indonesia, we say kopi.
In Malaysia, we call kopi.
In Singapore, it's also kopi and coffee.
In Vietnam, we say cafe.
In the Philippines, we say coffee in English, or kape in Tagalog.
In Thailand, we say cafe.
In Myanmar, we say kopi.
I feel like the back row was closer to me. I think maybe the café from Philippines came from Spanish.
Yes.
But how do you call cafe then?
We say cafeteria.
Then what do you say like a mensa, like a student cafeteria?
Lanchonete.
Okay.
English and Portuguese, we have a lot of fake friends, like false cognates, which is super hard for us when we're learning like English, even in Spanish, because we think it's a word and it's another word. And that I think that would be a problem for me too, like learning any language here that has so much English influence, because in my brain, cafeteria means a place to drink coffee. What is this place? Pretty fun. I didn't know we had so much in common, to be very honest. Because at first I thought like, what am I doing here? Like Portuguese.
But these were words that come from English, I think. So that's why it's very similar, because we just adopted to our own pronunciation or to our own language.
We still had a lot of differences though, especially when it comes to Vietnam and Thailand. Like, whoa.
I think they have their own like language for those words.
In Myanmar too. I want to see the differences that you mentioned. That must be so cool.
English?
Yeah.
We have our Malaysian English as well, if you want to know. Yes, close to them. Yeah.
Wow, that's so cool.
Today we compared English words with 8 different countries.
If you liked the video, don't forget to like, leave your comment down below, and subscribe to the channel.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.